everybody, welcome to another kids craft. Today we're going to be making a scarecrow decoration from a wooden spoon and some other supplies. Here's what we used to make this scarecrow. First of all, obviously you need a wooden spoon. And we also will use some burlap ribbon, some felt, paint. Obviously you're going to need scissors and glue, a little bit of twine, and of course googly eyes. So we are going to start with our spoon and our paint. You are going to want to paint the top part of your spoon a tan or a brown color, and you're going to want to paint the handle another color, any color that you like. If you get our take and make kit, you'll get a random color, but you can do that whatever colors you have on hand. Why we're going to paint the spoon is I'm going to draw some details on my face, and if I paint it beforehand, the marker won't bleed onto the spoon quite as bad. The paint will help hold that in place. So this is going to take a little bit to dry. So I already have another one prepared. I went ahead and I painted both sides, but you don't have to paint the scoopy side if you don't want to. We're just going to do our face on the flat part. So while your spoon is drying, set that aside, and we will work on the hat. To make your scarecrow's hat, you are going to want to take your burlap ribbon, and you're going to want to cut two pieces. Number one can be a little bit shorter, like this, and one a little bit longer. Set this part aside, we will use that later. So you're going to take your glue, you're going to want to fold 1 1/2 lengthwise, like this, and the other, you're going to want to fold end to end like that. Glue them together like this to make your hat. Okay, my hat is all glued together. I'm using hot glue for mine. I think that works a little bit better if you have access to a hot glue gun. Again, get a parent to help you if you use hot glue. Light glue should work just fine as well. So I'm going to take my hat and glue it on to my scarecrow's head. Wherever I place, you can put a nice jaunty angle like that. You can just put it straight on. I think I like having mine at a little bit of an angle. Let's put a little dot of glue there. Oops. And there we go. Right. So next, you want to give your scarecrow a face. Again, you can do this however you like. You can paint eyes, you can paint a nose, and just draw it on there. So I'm going to start with my favorite googly eyes. Just a dot and a dot. Again, if you're using hot glue, be very careful. Just one eye, 2 eyes. Here we are. I'm going to take my felt and just cut off a tiny corner like this for my scarecrow's nose. Again, you're welcome to do this however you please. Just like the look of this. Again, just another pinch of glue. Just a tiny bit will work. There we go. And I'm going to draw a smile on my scarecrow. So I'm just going to get my Sharpie here. There we go. And since most scarecrows have stitched on faces, I'm going to give mine some stitches like that. You can give your scarecrow cheeks, or I'm going to give mine an eyebrow. There we are. There we go. Now next, I think my scarecrow is going to need some hair, so let's do that next. For my scarecrow's hair, I'm going to cut strips of my felt. Again, I have yellow. You can use whatever color you like. Just cut them as thick or as thin as you like. This is your scarecrow, so if you just want to do a couple of big ones, that is totally fine. I'm just going to do a bunch like this. How many do I have here? 2, 3. Got an uneven number, so I'm just going to get rid of one of these, I think. There we go. Okay, so bring your scarecrow back. I'm going to put some glue just right under the hat. You can do this before you put your hat on too, if that makes things easier for you, but I'm just going to put mine on right here. And there we go. I did glue a little bit onto the back of the hat. You can glue back here if you like. Again, however you like your Scarecrow to look. So I have that little bit of burlap ribbon back. What I'm going to do is just take it and glue it around my Scarecrow like so. Give me 1 second. And there we go. And I tied my bit of twine around the middle just for a little extra flair there. But again, feel free to decorate this however you like. If you don't want to tie this burlap on, you want to paint just like a pattern down the stick, that's fine. That is up to you. You can also just kind of pull the ends of the ribbon a little bit on the hat. A bit more of a little bit of a straw hat look there. It looks a little bit more worn. You can take some of your felt, which actually I might do real quick. You can put a patch on your hat. Just a moment. There we go. Make your hat look even a little bit older. And there you are. So you can take your Scarecrow, place them in a jar or a bowl, or just set them out as a lovely fall decoration, or put on a puppet show. Choice is up to you. Thank you for joining us for this Kids Craft, and we will see you next time.